Welcome to Community Journal and Channel 18. And once again, we are welcoming back to my right, Ryan Mann, Outreach Coordinator of the Harwich Conservation Trust. To my immediate right is Michael Lack, the Executive Director of the Harwich Conservation Trust. And we're going to start with Michael.
Yeah, thanks, Paul, for having us on again. Well, we're very pleased to report a very generous, thoughtful land donation from, longtime resident Don Bates. Many of you know he's on the town's Board of Water Commissioners, has been for probably more than a dozen years. And he also started the high school's track and cross-country team way back in 1978. He has donated 1.5 acres right on the Cahoon Canal, which is right the water body, the water course that connects Seymour's Pond and Hinckley's Pond. It's an interesting story because back in 1852, the story goes the sea captain Alvin Cahoon wanted to try his hand at growing cranberries. But the land he owned was on Seymour's Pond, and the water level of Seymour's Pond was 2 feet too high. So he thought, why don't I lower the water level of Seymour's Pond? And he did so by hand digging a canal 200 yards. So that's the length of 2 soccer fields, all the way from Seymour's Pond to Hinckley's Pond, sometimes through hills as high as 30 feet.
Wow.
Right. And so this took well into the fall and winter and then into 1853. Well, lo and behold, fast forward to 2013, it is now a herring run, allowing river herring to migrate from Hinckley's Pond to Seymour's Pond, where the herring spawn, lay their eggs, and then later in the summer, July, August, the herring juveniles, the fry, swim back downstream through the canal and through Hinckley's Pond into the Herring River out into Nantucket Sound in the ocean. So now this land donation helps protect 250 feet along that herring run and 150 feet on Seymour's Pond. So we're very grateful to Don Bates and his forward-thinking land donation.
Well, it sounds like a really good donation.
Yeah, it's real thoughtful. It helps advance our Priority Ponds project, the goal of which is to preserve priority watershed properties on ponds to help protect wildlife habitat, water quality. And this brings our new total in our Priority Ponds project to 105 acres across 8 different ponds, protecting more than 5,850 feet of shoreline. So it's great.
It is. Sounds very good.
It's terrific. It's great donation. We thank him very much.
Yes. Ryan, you're going to do something about walks?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we have a number of walks coming up. Ryan and I'll move through them here. Again, these are all on our website, harwichconservationtrust.org. But we've got some great ones coming up in March, thanks to our volunteer walk leaders. Right there you see Bell's Neck, one of the wide cart paths meandering through that mix of pine oak woodland buffering, salt marsh there along the Herring River. Beautiful photos here. That first one taken by Dave Creston, and this one here by Stephanie Foster. Just beautiful setting. Well, Rich Eldred, environmental reporter for the Cape Codder, is going to lead a botany walk on Saturday, March 9th at 10 a.m. And you can register online through our website for that walk. And then we've got another one coming up in the Hawks Nest Woods. Ryan, you want to talk about that?
That's right, March 10th, 10 a.m. Erwin Shore, who has led perennial walks for us for quite a number of years now. Hawks Nest is a very unique area because it's called Hawks Nest because actually the Hawks Nest Pond, if you look on an aerial photo, looks like a hawk sitting on a nest. Very, very cool area. And it's 200 plus acres owned by the state, and there's some town land mixed in, and I know Harwich Conservation Trust has a few little tiny sprinkles in there as well. Very, very cool place, and Erwin is always interesting and entertaining. So March 10th, 10 a.m.
Then we have Saturday, March 16th, a new collaboration with Massachusetts Audubon Society's Wellfleet Bay Wildlife Sanctuary. They're going to come down with one of their walk leaders and lead a very interesting wildlife tracking walk in Bell's Neck, again Saturday, March 16th, starting at 1 p.m. And again, you'll be able to find more info at our website, harwichconservationtrust.org.
Very good. Well, it sounds like people will get some very interesting walks out here.
Yeah, it's a great way to get outdoors, especially as the weather starts to improve.
It does, right.
Yeah.
So, and the herring run.
They're about to be coming up the river in less than less than a month. We'll start to see the first
That's
scouts
right.
coming up
Yes.
to the Hinckley's Pond through the Herring River. Herring River, second largest river on Cape Cod, known because of the herring run. It's a very, very cool program that we started. This is our 5th season that we're going to be having this herring count. We are still looking for some herring counters if anybody's interested. And I think there's some great footage from last year. You might see some herring. This is at the herring pond and Hinckley's Pond. And if you were a herring counter, you might see this and for 3 or 4 times, and then out of nowhere you might see a fish. And so that's why we do this, because there's some fish saying, "Okay, let's get going, guys. It's time to start getting up that ladder." Last year we were able to have a run size. There goes a fish. Wow, look at that! Isn't that fun? It's just so fun to see him going up the run like that. Last year we had an estimated run size of 101,000 fish come up through this spot right here. That's an estimated size because we're not there the entire time. We're only there for about 10 minutes every hour and 20 minutes. And so what we do is we have a statistical equation that the state has worked out that basically out of that time, they extrapolate how many fish were during that time. And if they use that same equation on all the herring runs on the Cape and beyond, they have kind of a standardized measurement to see how many fish are going up all our runs. It is a great program, and we really appreciate all the, there you go, look at that, isn't that cool? We appreciate all the support we've had over the last few years. Over 120 volunteers have helped over the last 5 years. Rich Houston from the Harwich High School has been really, really instrumental in getting several of his high school students to help out. I don't know how he's gotten it. Maybe he's bribed them with an extra A or something. I don't know. But I just know.
Wow, look at that.
Look at that. Isn't that
great,
fun?
That's a great angle.
Yeah,
Jeez.
that's great. You know, it reminds you a little bit of the Nova films of nature films of spawning salmon. What's really cool about herring is they can spawn, go back to these ponds, and then they go back out to sea. They can go back. It's not just a one-way ticket, and it's really cool. That was me last year. I was a little heavier. I appreciate the fact that I've lost weight. I have. You don't notice? Anyway, if you guys out in TV land are interested in helping out, we do definitely have some spots available, including always a need for people to fill in because people go on vacation, people have doctor's appointments and friends in town and stuff like that. The program starts April 1st and runs through June 1st, and if you are interested, please get a hold of us. Stop in at the office, give us a call, email, homing pigeon,
Smoke
signals, semaphore, any of those will work fine as long as we're watching for the semaphore. So anyway, that's herring count so far.
Herring count so far, and you've lost weight.
Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate that.
So then we're going to move on now to owls.
Yes, owls. You got to be there. They're coming back. Community Center Gym, March 2nd, Saturday, 10 a.m., 1 p.m., 3 p.m., Marcia and Mark Wilson right there. Look at them with a snowy owl
Oh, wow.
perched there with Marcia, and the Eurasian eagle owl there with Mark. This is a husband-wife that are quite a team, naturalist educators that tour the Northeast with their owls, each one with its own permanent disability. But with state and federal permits, the Wilsons are able to care for these owls and bring them to these close encounters with audiences of all ages to let them know about the owl's habits and the mystery of owls and the biology of owls. And it is fantastic. And the photography you see was all done by Mark Wilson. He is a retired professional photographer with the Boston Globe. So part of the program is his introduction with some stunning photos. Look at this. This is Marcia with 2 spectacled owls from South America. Those will be some of the owls there. You'll see great horned owl, which is a local resident. You'll see this one, the Eurasian eagle owl, the largest owl species in the world. You'll see the snowy owl. You'll see screech owl. And the soda can size, there's a screech owl. You'll see the soda can sized saw-whet owl, also a local resident in the Cape Woods. And barred owl, really beautiful owl. And this year, look at that, isn't that great?
Wow.
Little screech owl. This year she's going to bring barn owl.
Oh, wow.
You want to talk a little bit about that?
Ah,
yeah,
very,
now,
very
now
cool.
Vern probably has seen those in the vineyard
Yep,
in
yep,
Nantucket, right?
they do tend to show up here, especially in the winter. And they're called a barn owl because they oftentimes will find themselves into old structures and stuff. Very, very cool owl. They have a extremely large facial disc and a very flat profile. And they just look like they're an alien.
Yeah, they do.
They
They
really
really
do.
do. Very ghostly.
Really,
Yeah.
really amazing owl. Incredibly weird call. They almost scream. But probably one of the most, in my opinion, one of the most beautiful owls. And that large facial disc that they have allows them to hear incredibly well. They have one of the best hearing, and they use that hearing to really actually sense what's around them. A very, very cool owl. I'm excited to see that owl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun. So people can find more details at our website, harwichconservationtrust.org. But Saturday, March 2nd, 10 a.m., 1 p.m., 3 p.m. Prices are $10 ages 12 to adult, $5 ages 5 to 11. Not recommended for under age 5. But we've kept the prices the same for 7 years now because we like to make it available to as many people as possible. It's an amazing experience, and we hope people can join us, and people can pay at the door. It's a great program.
And if you buy 50 tickets, you get one free.
Yes.
$55 tickets?
It is a great program. I would say that the popularity of that program has not wavered at all.
Yeah.
It's just, and we were just, I was just having somebody put up some flyers around town the other day. You might see them around. And people always come up and say, oh, I went to that a few years ago. I got to go to it again. It's really, it's so amazing that, coming again and again, we have people that have come every year and really enjoy it. It's just a really cool program to be close to these great creatures.
It sure is, yeah. I've been there, I've seen them.
Excellent.
And, it's very good. I hope a lot more of you will show up this year. And so that's it for this week.
Yeah, thanks, Paul.
So thanks for coming, and good luck with all your projects.
Appreciate
your
it.
walks and your land and the owl particularly.
Mm-hmm.
And so we'll see you again next month.
Will do. Thanks.
Thank you.